It's Week 15 of the 2025 season, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Vikings and the Lions on Sunday Night Primetime.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Willis looks to pass it here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Now Willis to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Willis. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally brought down at the 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Willis. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Willis. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's got his man, London, right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Pitts here. The Vikings at 11-2 now, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple, as they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Second down throw coming by Willis. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Third down and 6. To throw, here's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Willis. That is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now from the gun, here's Willis. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action with Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Willis to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Tua. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's caught. Cooper. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That's complete to Robinson. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Sly able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Bryce Young, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Godwin, a touchdown catch in the victory. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Complete to number 2, Amari Cooper. The gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he's down at the 17-yard line. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So score one for Kevin O'Connell. His decision to throw the challenge flag, a good one. The two are going to try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. 1st and 10, Willis rolling to his right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And out now come the Vikings. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off,
They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Tua sets up to pass it.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On play action, here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Second down, here's Willis. He's got this to Pickens. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Willis's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now Willis. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Coverage defensively by Trent McDuffie.
Right back to the air again with Willis.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
On first down, Willis.
It fights him off. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Willis.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Willis to throw. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 6.
Third down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Here we go. First and goal.
That's good for a Lions.
They'll run with Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Willis rushing him to the line in a hurry here. Here's Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal.
Willis, got to have this one.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Minnesota, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop their 10th game now to fall